Hey guys, it's me, Joy Woods, and today I'm going to bring you a brand spanking new product, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. So I actually just picked this up 2 days ago from Dwayne Reed. It retails for $12.49, which I know kind of expensive, like, ugh. But I do live in New York, so maybe wherever you live it might be a little cheaper. It's probably cheaper in Target as well, you know, just keeping it real. So basically I picked this up because, you know, I had the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but I really didn't like how it worked, but I was going to keep it anyways. But then, like, as I was wearing it, I just felt like it was a little too dark for me and then also too yellow for me, so I was looking like Snooki. So I was like, bye Felicia. And I saw this, so I returned that thing and I picked this up instead, so hopefully I have some better luck with this. And this is, it isn't supposed to be completely matte, it's supposed to be a demi matte, so it's supposed to be sort of a luminous type of matte foundation. Now I couldn't find too much information about it when I first picked it up, but I did see it on the L'Oreal website, and yeah, didn't give me much more than what it says on the packaging. But I did find a video of this girl. She was talking about it. She said that she went to some type of party where they gave her this and they spoke to her about the product. I don't know, maybe L'Oreal threw a party or something, which L'Oreal didn't invite me, but whatever. But one thing she said was that, you know, they were coming out with this, and when I went to the store they also had like an Infallible Pro Matte powder, but she said that basically you don't have to put the powder over this. The powder was sort of something you could wear on your own. This is supposed to be enough in and of itself to, you know, sort of prevent your skin from getting super duper oily. So you don't need to get this and get the powder as well. It's like you get this or the powder. And they also had a setting spray, which I decided not to pick up, just because I really don't know if I believe the setting sprays work. Let me know down below if you do think that they work. One giant negative about getting the setting spray is that I think it was like $19 or $17, which is pretty expensive. But one good thing about it is that L'Oreal actually owns Urban Decay, and you know, Urban Decay's All Nighter is like one of the most popular setting sprays, so I'm sure that a lot of the ingredients are the same and it's a very similar product. But yeah, alright, screw the setting sprays, we ain't talking about that, we're talking about this foundation. So if you want to know more about it, just keep watching. Okay, so on the website it said to use a sponge to apply this, so I'm just going to be using this, it's the Bella Beauty Blender. I picked it up at TJ Maxx, and I'm going to use that on this side of my face. Then on this side of my face I'm going to be using a foundation brush. Okay, so let's see how this works out. I'm really excited to try it. So I believe I forgot to mention, as soon as you buy this, there are immediately 2 major drawbacks. Now the first is that there's a limited color selection. It mostly, as most foundations unfortunately do, they mostly only cater to people who are in like the beige range. Honestly, the darkest color that I saw was, I think, only like 3 shades darker than me. And the lighter colors, I think they went up to like maybe 5 shades lighter. But there really isn't too much difference when you hold the colors next to each other in terms of the shades. And that might be because of the second drawback, which is the fact that the little panel that's, or window, or whatever you want to call it, that sort of shows you the color of the foundation, it is sort of frosted, which is sort of just, I don't know why they did that. They should have just made it clear instead, because what happens is that it actually makes all the foundations look lighter than they are. So if I were to hold the foundation that I picked out, if I were to hold it next to my face, just, you know, in the bottle, it'll look like it completely does not match me. But as you can see here, I'm blending it in, and it actually does match me. So that's something that you definitely want to think about when you pick it up. Don't rely on holding it next to your skin like you usually would. You definitely want to instead look at like the little guide that they give you. And yeah, I mean, this actually applies really nicely with both the brush and the sponge, although it does recommend using the sponge. I mean, do whatever you think feels right for you and looks right to you, and you kind of have to work kind of quickly because it does sort of settle in quickly since it is matte, so just blend it out as fast as you can. Hey, so I finished applying the foundation. On this side I have on, on this side I have on the foundation using this little spongy thingy. And on this side I actually used just a flat brush, and I definitely got better coverage with the just a normal foundation brush, and I think that I think I like it more with the foundation brush, to be honest. I feel like it just gave me more of an even application, and honestly I like how it looks a lot right now. It does look pretty matte. Yeah, it looks nice. It's not sinking into my pores or into my fine lines or anything. So the time, okay, so the time is now 4:12, as you can see, and I'm gonna check back in a few hours just so you can see how this is holding up. All right, so I'll see you maybe around 7. Hey, so I've had this foundation on for about 3 hours now. The time is now whoops, the time is now 7:16. So I've had it on for 3 hours, and I'm getting just a little bit of shine. I actually don't have my blotting papers on me, so I'm just gonna use like a little bit of cotton to blot. And sometimes I even use like tissue paper. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to buy blotting paper. So I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. And what I like about this is that as I'm going over it with the cotton, I can tell that it's not picking up any of my foundation, which is awesome. I mean, on the foundation itself, it says that it's 24-hour wear, which is just ridiculous. I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy, but yeah, it's still holding up really well. It still looks really good. So I'm gonna check back in maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I'm just gonna see how it looks. But right now, I'm loving it. Bye. Hello, so we are now at the end of the day. I'm sorry if my lighting isn't as good right now. My light is just acting kind of weird. But I've had this on now for what, it is 12. It's 12:12. So I've had this on for about 8 hours, and I will say that I really do love this foundation. I am getting some shine, definitely. I don't want you guys to think that I'm like shine free right now, but I feel like if I blot it, I'll look good. It's not so much shine to where it's like you could fry chicken on my forehead. I mean, you might be able to like roast something, but you definitely can't fry something. So, you know, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I really do love this foundation. I think it's amazing. The lasting power is wonderful. The price point, it's pretty good. I mean, $12.49, that's not bad at all. And it brings 1 fluid ounce. I really truly do love this. It looks so natural when you wear it. It looks like your own skin. It doesn't look cakey at all. If you have skin that's like not super oily, like my skin is super duper oily. If your skin isn't super oily, I really do think that this might be able to last 24 hours. If you have oily skin like me, I feel like you'll probably get maybe like 10 to 12 hour wear, which is wonderful because that'll get you through your whole day. You know, you could go to work with it and you'll be fine. So yeah, I definitely think that you should pick this up. It should be hitting your stores around January, so you know, maybe next week if your store doesn't have it yet, and you'll be able to find it, you know, in your drugstores on like the end caps, you know, like the special sections of like seasonal items. I think this is limited edition. I don't think this is going to be permanent, which is a drawback because if you do love it, you can't really buy it again, you know. But I think you should definitely pick it up and check it out. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. I really do like it. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, let me know whatever type of videos you want me to make, and yeah, I'll show you some love too.